morning, everyone. How are you? I'm gonna turn down my volume just a touch. Good morning, good morning. It's Wednesday morning. It's Wednesday morning. I'm a little scatterbrained, but that's fairly normal. Oh, but look, my nails match my water cup. Anyway, random thoughts. All right, let's go ahead and scroll up. Today's question of the day is, who is your favorite Disney supporting character? For example, Sev. We're starting out well, folks. I'm already tripping over my letters. Sven, Flounder, basically any of your non-main characters. Let's see, Danielle says, hola, very nice. Heather says, my favorite Disney supporting character is Morph from Treasure Planet. I have to think, because I haven't seen Treasure Planet in ages, although it came out in the theaters when I was in high school. And I'm not gonna lie, the main character, don't remember his name now, for a cartoon, he's pretty cute. Enter awkward silence. All right, let's see. Linda, the little green dude in Tangled, that's the little lizard, right? Let's see, Brooke says my favorite supporting character is Dory from Finding Nemo, which turned 20 this, did it really turn 20? I watched it with the kids. Ages ago. But it's been so long and they were so young that it was almost as if they hadn't seen it before. So we actually watched both Finding Nemo and Finding Dory this week, and they loved them both. I felt like it was almost, like I said, it was almost like they got to relive it. They remembered bits and pieces, but they really like Hank the octopus. Although, I don't know, I kind of like, who was the derpy little bird with the bucket? It's not Gloria. I don't remember what it was, but you know which one I'm talking about. The old derpy one that carries them around in the bucket. Let's see, Cheshire Cat. Emily, funnily enough, the Cheshire Cat, like, it was the scariest character of all the characters from Alice in Wonderland for me. I think it was the floating mouth, maybe? I don't know. Hi, Brooke. Let's see, Deb, hello. Oh, the fairy godmother and Cinderella, yes. Ev, hello, sounds good. Kara, hello. Dawn, hello. Sherry, hello. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, it might help if the volume was on for that. Leslie, good morning. Kristen, good morning. Minty, good morning. Caddy, good morning. Nightbot, good morning. Minty, did I say good morning to you? You get another one. Good morning again, Minty. I know I just said it, but I was like, wait a minute. Let's see, Fairy Godmother, Megan, very nice. I won't be able to stay long. Dad's coming to get my grandparents. Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, have fun with your coming to get from. My brain is not braining that sentence. Anyway, have a good time with grandparents. Let's see. Kristen says Thumper from Bambi. Oh, I love Thumper. Oh, absolutely, Ambit. Yeah, those totally count. Crush, Finding Nemo. I do love Crush. Rajas. Let's see. Oh, Mushu. I do love Mushu. Design on you. Design on your cow. Yeah. Let's see, Angela from a hot UK. Angela, I am feeling you on that one. It's been all over 100 degrees, which I think, what is that, 30 degrees Celsius? But like the feels like has been like 110. And I know I said like a bunch there, but it has been miserable. Somebody made a comment the other day about Texas saying that this isn't actual summer. This is the preheat. But yeah. Summertime, it will probably actually read like 102, 104, and then the feels like will be like 115, but it's really humid right now too, so it's kind of hot. Let's see. Hi, Jet Girl. Welcome. Storms in Georgia. No storms here. We had a little bit of a thunderstorm roll through, but the preheat, right, Leslie? Yeah, no, we have not been going out. In fact, like, any runs to the post office or anything, I've been having Steve do like on his way home from work or whatever, because the kid, not to mention the kids, that's the other thing. The kids are both battling a little bit of a cough today. So if you hear that, that's what that is. But also if they need me, I will need to be right back. But yeah, I've been avoiding taking the kids out if we can help it. Anyway, good morning, everyone. We've said all hellos. Hello to lurkers. Let's see, announcements. Did you guys ever do that? Like at camp or like first class of the day? The day. First class of the day. Oh, nice, Minty. Been hot lately. That's the I can't talk. That's the summer for you. Pencils. What pencils? Hang on. Oh, I see. You were finishing that. I got you. All right. So let's see. Announcements first. First things first. We have some new stickers in the shop. And then I actually have some questions to ask you. about them. Okay, so first off, we've got this little ukulele. This is actually gonna be part of an upcoming video. And then we have a little mini cupcake because I thought, well, if we have the big cupcake, we should make a little one. And this one is stress spelled backwards is desserts. And then we have a 4-pack of mushroom stickers. I had a lot of fun drawing these ones. I was pretty proud of them. But that's a bunch of new designs all at once. Oh, Ev, awesome. Oh, sounds good, Melissa, you brave, brave woman. Minty, I am too. But Melissa and I were chatting yesterday and it got, yeah, there's mini, well, yeah, they're like half mini. They're a little bit bigger than mini, but they're there. Melissa suggested something that I thought was kind of a good idea because I've been releasing so many new designs for stickers and it kind of went hand in hand with the thing that Ev said last time. It's like, oh, you might as well just save them all and ship them out at the end of the month. And Melissa had a good idea about, oh, awesome, Ev, about the, a sticker club. A monthly sticker club. So I put a poll on Instagram and on the YouTube community tab. It's still over there if you want to go drop your vote. But I was thinking about doing a sticker club where there would be some exclusive designs, but it would be that kind of monthly thing. I'm thinking it would probably be Patreon, and so you'd have these different tiers where you get either, you know, like 2 stickers and a mini, or all the way up to like 3 stickers, a pack of 5 minis, and a sticker sheet. So I'm still working it out. I still want to look at all the specifics and prices and everything. They are still on Etsy, yes. Oh, that's awesome, Em. Yeah, so something I'm toying around with. Cast your vote if you hadn't already. I need to do some more research, but I'm thinking that might be something to take into consideration. We're gonna be doing a work in progress that I have from Flowerscape today, but I wanted to quickly show you. If you've been on Instagram, you'll seen I've posted a reel this morning and one the other day in regards to this one. This one was that one that we started that was only in primary colors. Good morning, Renee. That were only in primary colors, and I used soft pastels for the background, so you can see a few videos from this one. And then yesterday, I actually was trying to decide what to do. I was like, oh, I should do a Christine Caran, but then I remembered how many whips I had and what I wanted to do on stream, so I did this one on my own. Oh, little piece of pastel on there. Anyway, so I did this one yesterday, posted the reel for this morning. This was done with the Arteza watercolors, followed up with some Lumis, and obviously this is, aw, thanks everyone. I'm sorry, Ev. This is Wildflower Folk. This is Christine Caran's coloring book. Literally is quickly becoming one of my favorite books in here. We've got a handful of pages done in here so far. This one, yeah, we were working on this one on stream. I haven't finished it yet, and it's got the smudge. I'll have to edit out the smudge. But yeah, so that was that. Hi, Mrs. Butterfly. Natalie, yes, that's awesome. All right, but what we're doing today is something that I started a while back and then it just kind of slipped away and I didn't finish it, and it's just so pretty and I really want to finish it. So this is from Maggie Enterrios' book, Flowerscape in Paradise. Links for everything is in the description below. Let's see if we can brighten that a little bit. But this is the little koi pond that we have going on here. And so back in April, the wonderful Renee gifted me for my birthday this 20 set of the Museum Aquarelle, basically the Lumi line of the watercolor pencils, and they're so nice. Good morning, Kenny. Obviously it's a limited color palette because it's 20, but it kind of works, especially in these aquatic ones. So any of this kind of red, a lot of it has been the use of vermilion and everything. So I don't recall, pretty sure I did this on my own. I didn't do it on stream, but we still have a lot left to do. I feel like I want to darken up this fish, and then we have some of the blossoms and the lily pads and everything else. But one of the cool things that you can do with this, and if you're watching this on a computer or something, you could scan it. I'm not gonna pull my phone down because then I'll have to reset chat, but you can scan it and there's this little barcode down here. I'll zoom in here, so if you're watching and you want to scan it. Oh, I'm on autofocus still. Hold up. That's not helpful. Hang on. It's helpful when I need it to be on autofocus. Not helpful when I don't. Anyway, so there's that little QR code that you can scan, and then what it does is it pulls up a little web page that Maggie has this whole catalog of all of the images and flowers and everything. You like the light fish? Well, I just mean a little bit of shadow on it, that's all. But I don't think we're gonna do it first. I wanna get the stuff that's around it before we do anything else. Thanks, Shannon. So, I've got my little jar of water over here, plus my rag, and I have the Arteza watercolor brushes, which honestly I have been absolutely loving. Although I realized I didn't put a link for it in the description. However, if you decide to get them, or if you don't have them, or whatever else, you can use Emily Illustrator 10 for 10% off on Flowerscape. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get started. It looks like, so some of this I haven't activated yet. Some of this still is a little scribbly. So that's what we're gonna start working with. It looks like I've activated the water in here. We may add some more to it. The paper seems to be taking the watercolor pretty good. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the paper's wrinkling a little bit, but you just use very small amounts of water. So let's see, I don't have a swatch in front of me, so we're gonna be kind of blind doing this. Let's see. This is Permanent Blue, and this one is Night Blue. Every time I say Night Blue, I think of when Deanna Troy says Nightbird when she's trying to get, get Commander Riker to play that particular song. How is everyone? Anyway, it's Wednesday. I mean, it's been busy over here. Let's see, anyone have the Helen Elliston Colorist Effects books? How do you like them worth getting? I don't have it, so I can't answer that one. This is Mother's portion, so I wasn't excited about that. Yeah, man, weddings are something else to photograph. The last wedding I did, I forget for how many hours I was there, but it was for a friend, so I didn't charge them probably as much as like a wedding photographer normally would, but it took so many hours because, I mean, you take more pictures than you give them, obviously, because you want them to be good. I've done weddings before, but it's a little nerve-wracking because it's not like if you miss that first kiss because some unruly guest decided to try and take a picture of it, like, that's it. They're not redoing it. Like, it's just, watch your videos of Husband Day. They're very funny. You perfect match. Oh, wait, are you talking about Shannon? Oh, my videos, my husband. Oh, thank you. Sorry, my brain's a little fuzzy. It's been one of those, like, I've had a lot of stuff preoccupying my mind, just like work stuff and everything else. And so I find that my brain is going a mile a minute, but the rest of me has not caught up yet. Right, Shannon? Yes, it's so like stressful because like you miss that moment and it's gone. It's like absolutely gone. So it's yeah, you know, and you always want to do a good job and you want them to be happy with it. I will say for Steve and I's wedding, we forgot to have I don't know, we were so flustered. And we actually had a friend of ours that photographed our wedding because, you know, we were young and on a budget. I think we did our entire wedding, including, because we had some people that like gifted us stuff. We got the location for free. We had a relative that did the cake and the catering because that's what she did for a living. My parents purchased my dress, and I think we did the entire wedding for $2,000, which really is pretty good. Good morning, Ellison. It's like whenever I'm trying to take a picture of the kids, they're looking all up. I'm like, guys, give me your focus for 5 minutes. I'm just gonna snap a bunch, cross my fingers, and hope it works. Wait, what did Marilyn say? Let's have one of them. The concept is good, but the explanations seem to be. Oh, you're talking about the book. Gotcha. I gotcha. But yeah. I mean, they're fun, but they're exhausting. Oh, but that story with we had a friend. We forgot to get a picture of just us, like in the post pictures. We got family pictures and everything. And, you know, you got a picture of us going back down the aisle after we said our IDs and everything. But we didn't get just a picture of just us. Good morning, Daniela. Oh, Durbin says, question the name, Maleficent's Crow or Gurgi from Black Cauldron. That's a throwback, Durbin. I love it. It has been ages. I don't think I watched it till I was older, but I am familiar. Now I want to watch it again and like remind myself what it was I thought about it. Yeah, no, you absolutely have to you cannot expect magic when you have a friend do it. Our friend, he was a photographer, but he didn't regularly do weddings, and so for us, our choice was you either have the friend take the pictures or there are no pictures. I can't pose the cats, like, at all. I have to wait for the opportunity and the lighting, which is why I jokingly said once that I should create the cats their own Instagram, be one of those petstagrammer people. But my thing is like, if my cats don't want to be photographed, they're not gonna be photographed. And like, Isis is old enough now, it is so hard to get her to look at the camera. Like, normally you can make little noises or whatever else to get their attention, or you hold a treat up or something. She's 16 years old. She just doesn't care anymore. She's like, if you could just stop making noises at me, that would be great. Right, Allison? That's it, exactly. Let's see, I didn't skim my videography, photographer, wedding coordinator, or food, but to afford it, I just had a smaller wedding. Ah, see, there you go. Yeah, we had a bigger wedding. Big-ish? Oh my gosh, I think we sent out 300 invites, I think. I don't remember how many people came. There was a lot. A lot from all over. It was a good time. Like, it was a whirlwind, but you know, most important part is I got married in the end, so. Of my animals are sleeping, right? To be fair, I mean, that's what they do most of the day. What a life, huh? I'd say Paul is probably my most photogenic. I don't know, I gotta get the light right, and then, you know, he needs to cooperate. It almost looks like I added a little bit of gray to this water too. Yeah, that can put a damper on it sometimes. Looks like I used a little bit of Payne's gray on the water. Okay. Oh, I know what it is. I have the other door shut. That's what it is. They're not scratching on my door. They're scratching on the door next to it. Hang on. Sorry, did I shut the door? Paul was on the other side of the door. Like, why? Oh, you come to say hello? Comes in here, is like, I feel the strong urge to scratch on this post that happens to be in here. Okay, bud. Probably Flounder from Little Mermaid or Dory from Nemo. See, I love that. The thing of it is if you can't count Dory as a supporting character in Finding Dory, because she's the main character in that one. Hi, bud. Did you want to come say hi? Looking up at me over here, he's like, my friends are here, I know it. Go. Well, okay, no, we don't drink that water. Here. You come over on the left side. My sharpener. There we go. All right, you come over on the left side. I'll take the right side. Okay, you go right there. Okay, perfect. You can lay down there. Hey, we got this. Now just don't lean to your right. See him in the pool. Yeah. There he is. Here, let's look over here. There we are. That's the Paul. That's the Paul, which if you guys missed it last week, we now have Paul stickers. Okay, he's also rubbing his face on my phone, so if I push a button, it was him. Oh goodness, Marcy, yeah. He is a pretty handsome cat. All right, we're gonna use a little bit of this Payne's gray here. I'm gonna zoom back in. There we go. We get a little tail swish in the camera. I feel like I used a different blue on there, but we'll see. As long as he doesn't cover it. Lucky for you, we're working on this spot. He's like, no, I'm gonna, he's like, I'm just gonna, oh gosh. There we go, he's pushing buttons. Have you ever colored anything on brown paper? I have, I don't do it very often, but if I color on brown paper, I am probably going to be using like Prismacolors or Caran, something that layers nicely and like the white really stands out on it. Okay, this is definitely getting darker and I may have to redo some of the water. It's been a while since I've done this page. But I gotta get started on these WIPs at one point, or at some point, right? interested because there's papers that are moving because of the fan blowing. Also, new season of Outlander. I say season, but it's only like 1 episode so far. And I think there's only gonna be 7 and they're gonna split it up. But if you have been keeping up with the releases of Outlander and such, 'tis releasing now. New episodes on Fridays. Would you do such a live stream with brown paper? I suppose I could. I do have some tan tone paper. Yeah, I haven't done like a pencil portrait in a while. Right, Mercy? Tanya! Hi, Tanya. And if I missed anyone else coming in, I apologize. Okay, let's use this light blue. This stuff definitely needs to be darker now to match it. So we are going to fix that. I can't really I can't really get rid of that extra blue that I put on there. So now I just need to make the rest of it match, which is fine. I like the way that looks. I like that it's a little bit darker. Are you done now? Oh no, we're just putting our butt on everything. That's okay. You've actually given me a little bit more room. I'm okay with that. Let's lighten this just a bit. There we go. You can see a little loaf up here. Yeah. Thanks, Mrs. Butterfly. Today is, it's called Playdate. Oh, you can't see it. There you go. It's called Playdate. Island P. 'Tis my fave. Okay. Now it's actually, I put it over the silver that I already had on my nails, so I think that changes the color just a little bit, but yeah, I like it. I was like, I'm feeling pink. Oh, that's still wet over there. That's why that's different. I do have my heat gun next to us, so we can use that. There you go, Marcy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that later. When you put the pencil on stuff that's already wet, it kind of fudges with it a little bit. So what we're gonna do here in a second is we'll put pigment with the brush on there versus putting the pencil to paper. So let's grab our light blue. There we go, that's better. That's better. And we can always smooth that out later. Hang on 1 second. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Do you remember your balloon drawing? It was very beautiful. I printed it out and I'll be go. Oh, awesome, Mrs. Butterfly, awesome. Is that the one from the website? Because I did do a hot air balloon for members a while back, but I do have one that I did with Johanna themed stuff on the website. So yeah, I'm excited about the potential for this sticker club. I think I wanted to make the tiers something that was feasible that I could do with everything else I have going on. Like, I don't want to have to make too many designs for it and then not have enough to follow through with it. Because if I start it, I definitely want to be able to finish it correctly rather than saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this and then I can't keep up with it. But I think what I have laid out will work. You got it itchy? Just scratching himself. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit here. Oh, and he's done. He's like, all right, I've had enough. I've seen my fans. There we go. A little bit over here. Just adding little bits on the corner. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead, grab my phone, and I am going to go ahead and scan the QR code. And I wanna see what color she did. I know I've got this color going on for the lotus flower, but do we need to do, let's see, hang on. See if it'll let me, there it is, okay. This one is Oh, it looks like they're kind of yellow on the dwarf lotus. Oh, that's cool. It's got the, ooh, that's really bright. Let's see if it'll focus. There you go. Okay, so it's actually got red leaves. See, I wouldn't have thought to do them, well, red coral. I wouldn't have thought to do them like that. This one matches pretty well with what this one is. Okay, so that's new. Oh, looks like we might have some rain today. That'd be nice. Okay. I'm just getting my phone caught up to where it was. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I actually recently removed a number of videos. I didn't like delete them, but I did move them to private. And what it was is a bunch of my, not older live streams, but older videos, because I consistently have people that comment, and the comment is basically an eye roll to how I filmed it. And I guess they don't understand that that was done like 7 years ago. And I'm just really tired of, anyway, I was just like, you know, I've got enough content now. There is no reason to keep these up. So I just saved them. It's like my really early ones, like leaf coloring ones and everything else. Let's get this. I was just like, I've had enough of it. I don't need to give them more fuel for the fire. Joanna, hello. How are you, Joanna? Okay, so, oh, you know, it looks like I did already. I colored this one in yellow. Do I want to continue it? Actually, we could do this flower up here. Do I want to continue it with, we'll do yellow, but I don't know that I want to do the red leaves. I think I want to do green. Plus, I didn't even realize probably some of these should have been it. We could do some green. All right, let's get our pencil. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud here. Let's see. Oh yeah, Kenny, that's me. I am incredibly directionally challenged. Like, there's a reason Steve does most of the driving. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the chromium oxide green. You've been better. Oh, what's the matter? Oh no. Well, if you missed one, hang on one second. Sorry, kiddo visit. Let's see. Well, it is what it is. It's just the internet. So, I mean, if it bothers me, all I do is I just remove it so it doesn't become an issue. It's totally manageable. And honestly, I've put out a lot better blending videos since then. I mean, those were so early on, and my style has changed immensely. So there really was no reason to keep it. They weren't bringing in a ton of ad revenue, but I was just like, this is just going to, it's like Marie Kondo. It's like Marie Kondo, where it's like, if it doesn't bring you joy, you get rid of it. You know, I'm like, are these videos bringing me joy anymore? They are not. Time to go. Yep. Oh, right, Tanya? Yes, absolutely. There are times that I'm like, I'm really glad I kept all that to myself. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where the petals begin. I think I'll have these ones be the leaves, and then we'll do some petals up there. But yeah, that's also really nice, is the anonymity. I mean, I'm not super anonymous. It's not like I ever hid my pictures or anything, or, you know, but. Exactly. Yeah, I just, you know, it's cool. I don't know, it's like saying someone else's color looks like poop. People are, oh no. Oh, well, I mean, I know I don't talk like religion or anything much because that's one of my no topics, but I'll phrase it this way. We'll keep you in our thoughts and cross our fingers and hope for all good news. A little bit, yeah, because the way that she colored, or that has the color on the image, there's Paul here now, is that like these are the leaves. So I think I'm just gonna do the furthest back ones as leaves so we can add in a little bit of color variation, and then the rest of them will be the yellow petals. So chromium green oxide. And these are just the pencils. We'll add water to activate it in a little bit. But yeah, like I said, I left all of my streams up, and I think those are the most interesting. And I've chosen a select few that I'm going to reshare on Instagram anyway, so it's not like they're gone forever, and I didn't delete them. They're there. Like, I actually I had a video up, and I don't know why I didn't just private it instead of deleting it. I just didn't think it through. But I was trying to get the channel a bit more focused, but I actually have a video that I put together when I went to Scotland, when I met Johanna. But I didn't actually take any video of when I met Johanna. It was mostly just like a vlog of sorts of the trip to Scotland. Gosh, I would love to go back there. And then I think I pulled it down for, I think I was trying to, like, you know, this isn't a mishmash of stuff that I'm posting. It's all, you know, arty kind of stuff. And I was just like, this just doesn't fit anymore. So I just deleted it. But in hindsight, I wish I would have just, you know, unlisted it or something. It's Connie's wait, hold up. It's Connie's birthday. Honey. Aw, thanks, Joanna. Kelly, thank you. Connie, you get a little birthday jig. Are you ready for your birthday jig, Connie? This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Cha, cha, cha. There you go. Happy birthday, Connie. Oh, you know what we have? Oh, perfect time to use the birthday cake slice. There we go. We got the birthday cake slice emote. I love it. Oh, Connie, you have a message from a little illustrator.
Happy birthday!
I love it. Oh. She came in and she's like, I want to say happy birthday. Oh yeah, for sure. Which is why I left the early live stream. Oh, look at all the cake. Oh no, you get the little thumbs up. Oh, they like birthdays. They like birthdays. We had Father's Day for Steve, and they made him some pictures. Little Steve had actually made one at school and just had it like downstairs with all the other school stuff, and he's like, how has no one seen it? And I was like, I don't know. And then little Emily drew a picture, and then Big Steve, he likes to play D&D with his friends, and so I made him a new dice bag and a bag to carry it all in, and a little mat to roll his dice on. So I enjoyed that. I found some kind of like faux leather at Hobby Lobby, and it was really soft, so I'm like, look, it's leather, it's manly. Ground related. But it was a fun sewing project, but it was kind of hard to explain when Steve came home and I had just been working on that all day. He's like, what were you doing? I was like, nothing. I didn't do anything. He's like, okay. But he liked it. It worked out well. I was pretty proud of it. I don't know where it's at right now. I think it might be... Oh, no, wait. It's over here. Hang on. Oh, zoom. Sorry. Right? It's manly. So I'll show you real quick. I made... It's just a simple bag, but I couldn't show you before because it, you know, he hadn't seen it yet. So this is just a simple bag, nothing too fancy, but it's got these creases here, so it's got a bit of a flat bottom to it. This wasn't the main project. I just had extra of the fabric and Durbin. I had extra of the fabric and I like, it's perfect. So then he usually has a mat to roll his dice on. So this one has black and then the leather, and then I stitched in the D&D. Right? And then the last thing I made, which was what I got the fabric for initially, was this dice bag. I was going for... She stomped her foot too. Let's see, make sure there's nothing. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so it's a drawstring dice bag, but it's really easy. It was just circles, but I altered the pattern just a little bit for like my own preference. So it's got these pockets for individual dice, because he has these metal dice in here that are like really heavy, and if they clack, where is it? Yeah, here you go. These little metal dice, and if they clack with it, it could damage the other dice. Anyway, the way she had it was she called these the tortillas, And so then you would, you'd stitch them. And the idea was you'd stitch this inner one on top of this whole thing. But I didn't want the seams, the thread seams on the outside. So what I actually did is I made this one first, then I stitched it to the blue, and then I stitched this whole blue thing to the outside of the bag. Just the dice. It's not a secret stash. Anyway, it's a little bit thicker because of the material that I used. I have a feeling it would close a lot better if it was all like 100% cotton. But you can close the drawstring there and then just... Oh, I could see that. Anyway, but it's super soft. It's super soft. So anyway, good morning, Aaron. That was my gift for him because he's one of those guys where it's like he doesn't ever want anything and it's impossible to buy him stuff. So, you know, something that's a bit, you know, one of a kind. All right, I'm gonna go and get a sip of coffee here. It's not anything that I would ever like sell though. One, because it was just fun to make it, and two, I got the pattern from a woman on Etsy, and you're not really supposed to make stuff off of those patterns to sell, but it was just, you know, a little labor of love. Okay, so let's see. We got those as leaves. Let's go ahead and fill this in. This is Primrose. I don't know, does anybody, or aside from like coloring or, you know, drawing or whatever else, does anybody else have any hands-on crafty stuff they like to do, whether it's crocheting or sewing or cross-stitching? Hi, Caran, welcome. I do the crocheting. I don't sew as often, but I do enjoy it. I've had my sewing machine since I was 16. My mom and I went to a Black Friday sale at Walmart, and we got, it was like one of those, you know, way back when, oh, sounds good, Caddy. Do all the crafts, I love it, Durbin. Way back when, ooh, diamond paintings are fun, bookmarks, I like that. When Black Friday used to actually mean a little bit more than it does now, but we got up at like 6 a.m., waited in line forever. I think we got this sewing machine for like 20 bucks. I was 16. And yeah, it's been with me through kids' projects, my projects. It's definitely slowing down a bit. The motor is quite a bit slower, but you know, I maintain it and I make sure everything's like all oiled and everything. And we actually did get, we had a new sewing machine, but I just like, I don't know, like we have it, and little Emily uses it, and you know, we definitely can use it. So I have a new sewing machine option. I just really like my old one, because I know exactly what to do and how to do it. Like, it's great. Taught myself a few years ago. Oh, that's awesome. You ever hear that sound that goes around where it's just like, it says something along the lines of how crochet is such a, it's like an old lady word, you know, like, oh, crochet, you know? And so this girl was trying to find a new word to use for crocheting. So she looked up, what like the definition was or something, and it means crochet means to hook. So she said that, she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna change it. Now I'm a hooker. It's like, oh, okay. Has a from the 1940s. Yes, so my mom has an old pedal machine, one of the stand ones, you know, it's a black machine and it raises up out of it, and it's a pedal machine, and I love it so much. We don't have it right now. When they moved, it's supposed to come to me, but it's living at my mother-in-law's house right now. So whenever we get the chance to snag that, it's gonna live at my house. And honestly, like, it still works. My mom made a Victorian, like an entire Victorian dress using the Victorian sewing machine. So it's something about the older models. I really like them. Let's add a little bit of the cobalt green, and then we're gonna activate it. We may add a bit more yellow if we need to. Probably wouldn't hurt to add a little bit of red to it also. Okay. Now, where you drag your brush will depend on how much you want of the other color to come through. So obviously we can move that green up and it'll cover a lot of it. We don't have much green on that edge though, but that's okay. There we go. An old vintage pedal machine, but it was stolen. Oh no, Durbin. Oh, that's the worst. Oh, really? Well, you know, that's fair. That's fair. I definitely didn't sew much. You know, it was just like little projects. I sew a lot more, especially like stuff for the kids. Little Emily, obviously we talked about, she has her Girl Scouts. And so even though the patches are iron on, like I'm always stitching on her patches. And then of course, you know, the gift for Steve and whatnot. Sounds good, Marcy. Thank you so much for being here. Worked for a singer. Oh, worked for singers. So all my machines, yes, I have 4 are singers, but my favorite is my British singer from 1940. That's amazing. That's amazing. When did, these are questions I would ask Steve, but I'm trying to think. When did World War II end? Because I mean, 1945, that's World War II, isn't it? Which is just amazing. Hi, B. Steve's gonna be cringing if I got that wrong because he's a historian. He's gonna be like, oh, he's gonna wish that he was here correcting me. Oh, Marilyn, I love that, but also sorry you got lost. Yeah, I get lost constantly. Do you really? Oh, see, I know that we want to have like a coloring convention, but how fun would it be if we were to all bring our old sewing machines and have just like a get together where we just, you know, we sewed a sew-a-thon. If I ever am able to get the, I know I will at some point, but if I'm ever able to get the sewing machine back in the time that I'm streaming, we'll have to do it. It ended in 1945. That's what I was thinking. We'll have to do like sewing on stream. Right, Connie? And you're so good. Like you have so many talents. I love your little cards and everything. Okay, that was a bit much red. So, I mean, it works out because the leaves were supposed to be kind of red anyway, but I just want to add that kind of variation a little bit on. If you end up seeing that reel that I posted, I don't think I put it on YouTube, but the video itself is cut down to like a minute, but it actually only took me, obviously there were a lot of interruptions and everything, but for filming time, only about 2 hours. That wasn't too bad. Oh no. Well, out of, my mom gave it to me because out of my siblings, I am the most likely to use it, number one, but also I have a pretty strong appreciation for a lot of the like sewing machines and everything like that. My sisters are, they are crafty. One of them likes to, she has like a spinning wheel. She makes her own wool yarn. I'm not exactly sure what material she uses. And then my other sister does in fact have her own sewing machine that she has used to work on stuff for her kiddos. My brother is a busy guy, so he doesn't craft much, but he's got his own talents. And yes, that is all. I just have the 3 siblings. I know I was listing them off and I was like, oh, that's gonna sound like I've got a lot of siblings, but not really. And I know I could be putting this on like a Caran Dash palette, but I don't mind just doing it directly on the top of it. One year I wanted to be Alice from Alice in Wonderland for Halloween. This is when I was younger. I was probably 19, 20 or so. And I gotta tell you right now, you try to look up adult Alice in Wonderland costume, most of the costumes you're gonna find are not family friendly. And I was so frustrated with it that I was just like, forget it. I'm making my own costume. So I actually sewed the Alice in Wonderland dress. Of course I got a wig for it too. Designed and sewed her sister's, her daughter's prom dress. Oh, and wedding dresses. Ooh, I don't think I could do that much. Like my skills are definitely, they are at the hobby just for fun level. Like I can read a pattern, but I don't know. Most of the time I prefer just kind of doing it on my own, unless it's like something small. Plus I like it to be, it's kind of like even when I color, I want it to be a smaller, you know, digestible project, not one that's going to take me weeks on end. I am crocheting a sweater that's been taking me forever, but that's because there's going to be 90 granny squares total, and I eventually need to stitch them all together. But the great thing about granny squares is that they're small, and so you can crochet them pretty much anywhere. So I save the granny square for the granny square crocheting for like when I'm out and about. Like I had to take the kids to some birthday parties. You know, there were some parents there that I knew, but I didn't know a lot of them. It's nothing worse when you're at like a kid's birthday party, but you don't know really any of the parents and you're just sort of there twiddling your thumbs. It's not like a drop-off party, so parents do need to stay. But like, as the kids are getting older, I don't know all the parents that well. And so I'm just like, well, I guess I'm being antisocial today. And I just usually bust out my crocheting and listen to my Audible book and just wait for the party to be over. I'm really fun. Made a first one, so like, oh, I love that. Yeah, little Emily has access to her own sewing machine. She's talked many times how she wants to be a fashion designer. So she's got her own to practice on. Every now and then she busts it out, and she hand sewed herself a little purse thing the other day. I was like, oh, so cute. Well, I could, but I have no reason. Also, I doubt it would fit me now. I made that when I was 18. If I still fit into something I fit in when I was 18, well, that's gonna be impressive. I will say, after I had meningitis, I had lost a bunch of weight. Like I was at the lowest, pretty much I was at the point where I couldn't lose much more weight or I would be too skinny. And I will say I did fit into my prom dress and my wedding dress at that time. And so, you know, that was great, but I could not fit into it now. But I did show them to little Emily once, but I'm not so naive to think that she'll want to wear those dresses when it comes time for her to go to dances or get married or whatever else. But it's interesting. You see sometimes where they'll take old wedding dresses and then they'll remake them for a more modern style. That would be really cool if she did that with the dresses. Like, I'm not so sentimentally attached to them that like I'd be upset if she turned it into something else. But I think that it would be something pretty special. So that was Primrose that I just used, and now I'm using Lemon Yellow. I didn't want to do the whole thing yellow because I thought it would be too bright, and it looks like I did a little bit of brown on top of that, so we're gonna grab that too. That is Raw Umber. Curious if you still fit in yours. It's possible. I've got them in a box and they're all, you know, like safe and everything like that. I may even have the shoes still tucked away, but I actually wore, I don't remember the reasoning for it, but I actually wore like these little ballet slipper ones. Like I definitely did not wear like any heels or anything to my wedding, but they were legit like ballet slippers, not like ballet style. They had just like the two pads of, I think it's leather on the bottom for the soles. Anyway, I just wanted something so comfortable. I'm like, these look really comfortable. And I think I ordered them online. I'm like, well, they're not quite what I had in mind, but it'll work. Sigrid, I am using the Caran Museums, the Aquarelles. So basically the Lumi version of watercolors. There we go. All right, let's see. The middle, I think, let's see, do I still have, I do. It looks like the middle is yellow too. Did I see Steve? It's Steve, hi Steve. So, failed my sewing class. I wish they still had sewing classes. Where I went to school, they, when I got into 8th grade, they still had home ec. And then the year after, when I went into 9th grade, they removed it. They removed home ec, which I feel is just so silly. Like, I guess maybe budget-wise, but man, like that was where I first learned that you aren't supposed to take a super hot like pan or whatever and put it under cold water to cool it off because you can warp the pan. And I think I still have it somewhere. I made this little stuffed pig, and the teacher taught us how to do like elastic to make like a little coily little tail. Secret stash? Oh, I was showing them your Father's Day gift and your dice were in there, and so they were calling it your secret stash. But I learned a lot in that class and it was fun. Like, I don't know. I do wish that they would do a whole series of like practical, I'm gonna add a little bit here. Practical classes like that. Like, can you imagine if we had like a how to budget class and how to do your taxes? Like, I don't use algebra in my grown life. Like, I can barely manage calculating the tip. Like, oh, I love that, Hev. It was an optional class, see? Is that what it was? I saw that the Nightbot had paused it, but I didn't read it all through. I was just like, oh, whatever. There we go. Skip them for art class. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. A cleaning class for men. Well, wait a minute. Why was it just for men? Now I'm confused. Women probably, I mean, it shouldn't be gender specific class. Hey, Satan, how are you? Okay, let's see. Raw umber. Just gonna add a little bit of that to the flower, to the petals, because that's looks like what I did there. And we're gonna add some of this to the inside as well. I don't know that I want to use full-on yellow for the little areas on the inside. I wouldn't take the auto mechanics or welding class because I was a girl. Oh, I totally took like wood shop and welding. Absolutely, I did. That being said, my instructor for the welding class was horribly, horribly sexist. And so part of me enjoyed being there just to prove him wrong. You know, like me and my one of my friends joined the classes, but it was definitely strongly, you know, heavily girl classes. But you know what? I know how to weld, so works for me. Oh, awesome. How did it go? How did he do? It was the first year that boys had to take it. We did half year. Oh wait, scroll up. We did half year of home ec and half of wood shop. See, I love that. Take woodworking classes of mechanics in the early 80s in Canada. What? I heard there's a change in Florida schools that require a finances, bill, expenses type of class. I'm hoping it's true for Maryland. That would be amazing, Marilyn. Yes, home ec, business machines, pre-computers, yeah. You did a beatboxing skit? Oh, that's cute. Yeah, I think that it would be, I took a shop class in middle school, but all the girls were transferred out when one took the end of her. Oh, I mean, that's awful. Obviously, but they shouldn't have taken that as an excuse to kick all the girls out. Boys are just as likely to lose a digit than girls are. Yeah. See, I am, as much as, you know, society today has issues, I am glad that they are more open-minded in that sense, that it's not so exclusive, because I feel like those are skills that everybody could stand to learn. Like, no one gender should be specified to activities. Like, girls could totally be welders, you know, engineers, woodworkers. I mean, I like working with wood. I'm also very careful, but one year for Mother's Day, this would have been a handful of years ago, maybe more than 5. It was more than 5 years ago. Anyway, I wanted to make, we lived in an apartment at the time. We did not have a yard. All we had was a balcony, and all the playhouses that you could find online were all just super big and plastic and bulky and everything. And I was like, there's no way that we would have any room for this on our balcony. And I wanted the kids to be able to have a playhouse. We didn't have room to keep one inside. So it was just like, I want to custom make my own. So for Mother's Day that year, I asked Steve for a circular saw, and he got me one. And I built their entire playhouse from scratch. Got all the woodwork and stuff, and built them their own little custom playhouse. And you know what? They absolutely loved that. We couldn't bring it to the new house just because I never put a roof on it because the balcony was covered, and honestly, they had grown out of it. So we dismantled it when we left. But hi, bird lady. Ah, I gotcha. Home ec was an optional class. Yeah, see? But yeah, I mean, I loved it. And I still have that circular saw. Like, I've used it a ton. In fact, Steve and I have very almost reversed gender roles, because like there was a day we needed the dryer fixed and my dad walked me through it, and it was hilarious because I'm out there, you know, fixing the dryer, and Steve was in tending to the kiddos and making dinner. Like, we just have, I don't know, I've always been the one. When my parents were here visiting, my dad and I fixed the, I mentioned to you guys that we were going to fix the headliner in the car, but it was a fun project to do with Dad, and we fixed the headliner and everything, but it was very hands-on. So I think especially these days, that I think if there was a girl that wanted to do that stuff, there shouldn't be any holding them back for it. Oh, goodness, Ev. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and activate the petals, and we're gonna see if we need to add more yellow on it. Now, I don't want the red and the brown to overtake the entire petal, so I'm actually going to go from the yellow to the brown, because if I go in the opposite direction, you can see I'm dragging that brown across the petal. So depending on what you want to be your dominant color, you just move the pigment in that direction. So I don't want this to be too overwhelming. So I'm dragging that yellow into the brown and red. Cleaning my brush, working quickly. And especially if you're using a more budget watercolor pencil, that's going to be harder to reactivate the colors. So just make sure that you work quickly once you start adding water to it. These ones, since they are higher end, they will reactivate to a degree. But it does allow you to have a little bit more flexibility with the color. Hi, Grace. Not allowed to have a car until I knew how to change oil, check timing. So I have changed the oil in my vehicle before. I think I could probably muddle my way through now. But part of the reason that I bring it into the shop to get it changed is that you have to dispose of the oil correctly, and that's just kind of one extra headache. So I'd rather pay you like $25, $35 or whatever to have somebody else change the oil. But I was very, even as a kid, I was always very analytical. Like, if I could see the way something worked, it would help me to figure it out. So for instance, I mean, you know, back in the day when we all had VCRs, it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that your VCR, like a tape, would get stuck in it, or like the tape in the videotape would like get wound up in it, whatever else. I usually was able to fix those because I would open up the VCR and I would just work my way backwards. I'd be like, okay, this is connected to this is connected to that. Obviously keep track of, you know, what I'm taking out, what I'm pulling together and everything, but being able to see how that worked made it a lot easier. My dad taught me how to fix a car. Told me I couldn't get my license till I knew how to tear down the engine and put it back together. Oh my gosh. Yeah, everything's a lot more electrical these days. Yeah, I could definitely change a tire in a pinch if I needed to. But yeah, as long as I can work my way back, and that's part of the reason why the dryer is not all that intimidating to me now. The washer still, because it's pretty electrical, but the physical mechanics of the dryer, you know, you got the drum, you got the belt, you got everything that kind of winds it around and around. But the dryer is a lot less intimidating to me if something were to go wrong, because I can visualize what it looks like on the inside. And then usually I can work my way back and I know, okay, well, like I think I mentioned the story before. We had the dryer kind of went funky on us because we were drying some of little Emily's shoes because she had got some stuff on it. Ooh, that was too much red. And at one point it got stuck between like the opening of the dryer and the drum. And I was pretty sure what happened was that it had misaligned the drum enough that the sensor was like, oh, something's wrong, and it wouldn't run anymore, because that's what happened, is it stopped running. And of course, Steve was panicked because he's like, oh man, we're gonna have to get a new dryer now and everything. I was like, let me just take a look at it. And so it was easy enough that I could tell, like, okay, so I went down, looked at the wires, nothing looked fried in any way. There were no like arcing marks near it, which told me that it didn't like have a short or anything. Everything looked fine. There was no smell of any like You know, because sometimes if there's like an arc of some sort, you'll smell that kind of like burning metal smell. I'm like, okay, well, there's nothing there. I vacuumed it out completely, got any loose lint, which, by the way, if you didn't know, if you have a dryer, every now and then you should open it up, open the front door. You don't need to take the drum out, but you should open the whole thing up and you should vacuum out all of the lint that gets caught under there. It can end up being a fire hazard. Anyway, but I was able to pull it open and I was able to vacuum out, cleaned it up. I realigned the drum and closed it and that was it and it worked again. But it was just like, I was not concerned at all. So I'll look at the chat in a second. Since I'm doing the water, I'm in focus mode. I was confident that I could fix it because of that. Hang on, I'm gonna restart my chat on here. It's frozen like 3 lines of chat and I do not know why. Eliminate half the chat. It's hard for me to keep up. There we go, that's better. Oh, chat has been, yeah, okay, that's what I was saying. Mine did too, it was like freezing. Oh, do they really? Yes, Grace, these are watercolor pencils. These are the Caran Museum Aquarelle watercolor pencils. Okay, let's go ahead and dry this real quick before we do the middle part. Anytime you're gonna do watercolor in your coloring books, because this is not watercolor pencil, a heat gun is going to be your best friend. In a pinch, you can use a blow dryer, but the difference between the heat gun and the blow dryer is the blow dryer is meant to shoot out as much air as possible. This shoots out air, but it's not super strong, but the air that comes out is also really hot. So I know I just put my hand here like in front, but it's far enough away that it can do that. But if my hand was as close as this is to the paper, it would burn it for sure. But there's less strong gust of air, but more heat. And so it's really handy for drying it. And it just basically, it increases the lifespan of your paper while you're doing this. Not doing sets for theater production, that'll do it. How much coffee I got left? I think I got one more good sip in there. Okay, I want to do these little things here. I don't know what you call these, but I'm imagining the little bright green leafy bits that are floating on the top of the water. So we're gonna do a few of those, and then we're gonna work on some of these lily pads. Like I said, this was just a work in progress that I started ages ago, and it's really pretty, and I really wanted to finish it. And I was just like, you know what? At some point, I just need to sit down and finish all these pages. Oh, they're so wonderful. Oh, absolutely. I mean, the Albert Durers are really nice as well, but I do know, especially for high-end colored pencils, basically, if you're gonna end up spending over $200 on pencils, there's a very good likelihood that that they are light fast. But also you can tell here the little star rating on the side. Look, it's got a little sun. That's their light fastness. So sometimes it depends on the pigment, the amount that it can be light fast. So like this one only has 4 stars, but yes, they are most definitely light fast. Yeah, well, and Inktense are a little bit different. They are not a watercolor, they are ink. I know that Inktense just came out with new colors, and I am in the very strong minority that doesn't actually like Inktense all that much. I know there's a learning curve to it, and I have used them before, but I just don't like how quickly it dries and its inability to reactivate. So if I am doing a page where I think I want to use a water medium, I will choose watercolor pencils over the Inktense. The heat gun, yes, I got this on Amazon. I don't have a link for it. I don't know if one of the mods want to see if they can find it. It's Chandler Tool, that's all it is, and it's just a heat gun. I don't remember how long ago I got this, but yeah, it can be used for all kinds of crafty things. I think they also use this for like embossing when you're heating up the powder on top. But yeah, you can definitely find it on Amazon. Sounds good. For those of you that are curious, I know that Satan's a new name around here, but she is one of my online buddies that we play on a Minecraft server together. So that is the community she's joining us from. Oh, not the same gadget. Was I holding up a different gadget? I think it was just that. Getting a big Albert set, thought Museum Aquarelles were the next level up. Yeah, they're great. I don't know how they compare next to each other. I haven't done them side by side, but I do really enjoy. Yeah, the heat gun. Yeah, you can find that. You can find that on Amazon. Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna go over this with the yellow. And I think what we'll do is we'll activate these leaves, and then we are going to do just adding directly from pencil to paintbrush, and then we'll use the paintbrush to add the additional color because it's such a small area. I don't want to add what I don't want to. Oh, the ears. Sorry, I missed that. Hi, Sue. How are you? Oh my gosh. Can I just say how much I love seeing all these pencils in chat? You're amazing. It's been a great month. And for those of you that missed it, if you have not yet voted, I had a poll up in the community tab. I also had it on Instagram, but the Instagram one is down now because it's only up for 24 hours. But I have a poll up in the community tab because I am thinking, I'm kind of in the early creating stages of making a sticker club because I've been doing so many new designs lately. It seems like it would make more sense if I did those designs and then sent out stuff once a month. So there are new designs up in the shop right now, which you can take a look at. But yeah, I'm thinking, like I said, I'm thinking I'll do it on Patreon. Oh my goodness, Miss Lurky Lurk. Can we get some hypes in chat for Ev? Exclamation point hype. And use those handy dandy hype emotes. Thank you so much, Ev. We'll throw in a Paul mote too. And shocked because my goodness, lady. Thank you so much. All right, for those of you that just got a membership from the wonderful Ev, we've got Marilyn, Kathleen, Megan, Sheila, and Kelsey. If you have not yet grabbed your free download for the month, be sure to grab that. And then next month we'll have a new one. She is. Who, me? I didn't do anything. Oh my gosh. Is it really? I don't even know. Like, it works great. This part up here, obviously it says nozzle may be hot. But you know, obviously this gets warm. I haven't tested any other heat guns, so I don't know anything to compare it to. But I do know that I use that one and it's awesome. I always love taking things apart, not always successful putting them back together, but the whole process de-stresses me. Right? It taught you how to change a tire. See, these are good things to know. All right, we're gonna get a little bit of yellow directly on here. And the paintbrush that I'm using, it's from the Arteza watercolor sets, and it's just the number 2 round. You don't have to have the Arteza ones, obviously. I enjoy them. And they're very, ooh, would help if we were in frame, huh? They're very, very nice. There we go. Kara, thank you. Get some hypes in chat for Kara. Exclamation point hype. I appreciate you. Use those handy dandy hype emotes. See, Kelly, that's braver than me. Like, I cannot manage the tiny screen or the user interface on the like tablet and mobile devices. Like, I suppose if that's what you learned on, like the kids play on the Switch, and that's what they learned on. But like, I cannot wrap my brain, or like everything just seems too slow. I'm like, no, I need to do this on my computer. Tiny phone, yeah, there you go. Okay, let's get a little bit of the Payne's Gray. For those of you that have Maggie's new book, have you guys done this page? And this book is the book that I did the collaboration with Maggie with the pencil set. Got 2 of them sitting up there proudly on a shelf. That was such a fun project. Just using a little bit of that Payne's Gray to help with the shadows. So basically where there's anything that's overlapping, adding a little bit of that. Yeah, like a paint stick, exactly. Oh, Tinkerbell, I love that. Sebastian from Little Mermaid. Has anybody seen the new Little Mermaid? That came out, didn't it? I'm really curious how it is. The kiddos don't want to go see it because they're afraid that Ursula would be too scary. Although I bet you Melissa McCarthy is just brilliant in it. If you have seen it, what do you think of it? I know there was a lot of controversy over it, but I'm just curious how it did as a movie together. You know, sometimes the recreations aren't as good as the originals, but I am curious. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I couldn't handle it. I like my keys. Oh, I'm so glad, Ev. Oh, toggling would fix. See, that was the case with me. It kept like freezing it down there at the bottom. Thank you, Shannon. I actually did not know that just toggling that. I closed out chat altogether. There we go. Okay, a little bit more here. Okay, I think I'm okay with those for now. We may come back and revisit them, but I'm gonna leave them be, and we're gonna move on to these lily pads. So let's start with our lightest color here. Our lightest color, which is the cobalt green. Absolutely it does, because in the morning, he's making waffles. Shannon, that works. That's fair, Kelly, that's fair. Right, they're great. Shannon does know all. She's my go-to, absolutely. You're like, I don't know the answer to this question, but you know who would know? Shannon. So it looks like I used a bit of a cooler green on the inside of these lily pads and then a warmer green on the outside. So that is what we're going to try and replicate here. Yeah, I'm really curious about it. I'm really curious about it. But I may just have to wait until it comes out on Disney Plus. Which, you know, maybe a couple months from now, but... see? Even Kenny knew that. I had no idea. I was just like, oh, I guess it's time to reset chat. Okay, so we're just filling in the whole thing right now. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh, there's so many. It was funny. We were even watching, when we were watching Finding Nemo, Steve had mentioned, he's just like, I didn't realize how many quotes we had from Finding Nemo that we used, you know, like a lot. Like when he says, hey there, Mr. Grumpy Gills. Like, I used to use that on the kids, like, all the time. Or, obviously, there's the Just Keep Swimming, or there's, like, what else is it? Oh, yeah, why are you sleeping? Right, Shannon? I know OBS wanted to update this morning, but I was just like, I'm not gonna update right before stream. That sounds like an immensely bad idea. I will update when I've got a few days to reset everything. Yeah, fish are friends, not food. It was so fun. See, I'm using the dark sap green. It was so fun watching the kids like enjoy the movies again, and they loved it. And of course, Baby Dory is absolutely adorable. Right? Sounds good, Kelly. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, just keep flicking, just keep flicking. Right? Yeah, that sounds with my luck, because a lot of times when OBS like updates, it disconnects like my I have a little thing called a Stream Deck. I have the smallest one. It's only got 6 buttons, but it makes it so that I can flip back and forth to these scenes super easily without having to use my mouse. But a lot of times when OBS updates, it disconnects from it, and then I like have to wait until there's another update to fix the disconnect. And it's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna update right before stream. That seems like I'm asking for trouble. I think that's a hard pass. We might do it later. So my next question is, though, did we want to keep working on this? I know it was a work in progress, and I didn't do it on stream to begin with, but do we want, oh, I need to do a different one there. Do we want to keep working on this, or do we want to start something new, or do another work in progress? Oh, I'm so sorry, Kara. Bye, Melissa. Thanks for being here. Actually, I'm gonna do a poll. Okay, so do we want to Okay, we're gonna say start a new page, work on another work in progress, or continue with this work in progress. So this is in reference to right, Ev? This is in reference to Friday's stream. Honestly, we probably should, but I know it's hard to get invested in something that you're only seeing a part of. So, if anything, I should probably be, you know, responsible and actually finish this one. No? Okay, let's add a little bit of the, we're gonna sharpen this, a little bit of the primrose. I do have a tendency to do that. The amount, you guys have seen how many works in progresses I have. Honestly, I was amazed that I finished that portrait yesterday. Like, it's just, it's so much. We come back to later, that's some way you'll finish. I know, right? If we just keep, we just work on a work in progress, every stream, I'll eventually get out of all of them, right? There's only like 30 or 70, somewhere between there. All right, Grace, I love it. Let's see, what do we got? Continue this with, oh, we got mostly continue. All right, oh, did Catherine come in? I missed it. Oh, and hi, Tina, I think I've missed you. See the finished? Yeah. Okay, Catherine, I don't see yours, but thank you. Let's see, Cece says, do a different whip. Oh no, I already read that part. Ah, I got you, Sue. Like 3 years later, I know, it's bad. It's so bad. I mean, I don't mind continuing to work on this one. I don't know how long it'll take. Maybe another stream or two. It is nice finishing them on stream though. My thing is like, I'll color the part that I'm excited about, like the fish, and then I'll lose steam on the repetitive parts. Which is nice on one hand because it gives me insight as to how to make my own coloring pages. Oh, you said how many whips do I have? I don't know how many exactly, Kara, but if you go to my Instagram, I posted a reel that had the majority of the whips in it. I just stacked them one after the other. And some I have no desire to finish. Others I look at them and I go, yeah, I should really finish those. Let's see. Not a huge Disney fan, actually. I have a ton of movies memorized because of babysitting, but just not a fan. No, that's fair. That's fair. There are some movies that I haven't shown the kids just because, like, they actually haven't seen the original Little Mermaid. And part of that is because I see videos or movies so much differently now through the eyes of a parent. And, like, I look at Ariel's attitude and I just feel, whips, what are they, right? I just feel for the dad. Like, we don't see a mom. So he's like single parenting it. He's got a bajillion daughters. I mean, he's king, so he's got a lot on his shoulders. And yet he's got this daughter that just doesn't understand that he's just trying to keep her safe. Finish it. Well, we got 72%, so we'll keep going with it and finish it. But like, he just wants to keep her safe. He just wants to protect her. And like, I get it. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. A lot of times if I'm like frustrated with mediums that will leave it streaky, I will use pastels on my background rather than, you know, markers or pencil or whatever else. Like, it's just like, I get you, King Triton. I get you. Like, teenagers are rough. There was one that I watched. I don't remember what it was, but it's just, I watched them through the eyes of a parent, but also, hello, what happened? Like, I know the reason that Disney has strained relationships with all of his cartoon mothers, you know, but it's just like, come on, why is the mom always gotta die? Bye, Sigrid. Yeah, those are fantastic. But yeah, it does not send the right message. So we definitely haven't watched some of the older ones. All right, let's dry these lily pads because I want to add some shadow. A little bit, yeah. I do like that Disney kind of addressed those old ideas in some of the newer movies because, you know, obviously you've got Cinderella, you've got Snow White, you know, they, oh yeah, I like The Sword in the Stone. Madame Mim. Madame Mim is the only reason I haven't shown The Sword in the Stone to the kids because I feel like Madame Mim might scare them a little bit. That is true, but the mother died first. Cinderella doesn't even have a mother. And who's the evil villain? The stepmother. Just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, I do like that they acknowledge some of their older ideas. Reason the Pain's Gray. Like on Elsa, when I said, honey, you can't marry a man you just met, Anna. It's like, oh, yeah, you're right. You really can't. That is true.
Oh man, I read some of those older fairy tales, and I was just like, oh, like Hansel and Gretel? What a terrible story. Like, it's just what? It just sounds pretty awful. Well, and we've avoided a lot of stuff like that they've been young enough that anything to deal with, you know, discussions about death or whatever else, we have not exactly like, I don't know, if I can avoid those movies, I will, but you know, we watched Finding Nemo, and the very beginning of the scene, go figure, it's the mom that eats it again, but they were a little concerned, and little Steve was like, well, what happens to her? I'm like, well, honey, you just gotta watch. And then, you know, it happened with the big barracuda, and he was just like, huh. I think I like the old ones because that's what I grew up with, and I never really thought too much about it, you know? We're gonna use a little bit of this vermilion because this fin has kind of gotten run into the lily pad a little bit, and I want it to pop just a bit more. Right? They were really dark. In the original, though, I'm trying to remember, did Hansel and Gretel even escape the witch? Or was it just like, nope, this happened to them? Oh my gosh, yes, Dee. Okay, so I know, I'm pretty sure this wasn't a Disney movie, but it was a movie from my generation, and it was The Never-Ending Story. The scene with Atreyu. Oh my gosh. Do you even have a heart if you're not just bawling? Oh, that was rough. That was rough, man. I don't know, I think it's like we just didn't think that much about a lot of that stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't think the movie The Indian in the Cupboard would fly all that well these days. Oh, no worries. Right, yes. The Never-Ending Story. I haven't seen that in ages. Definitely drops a big old lesson. The nothing. Oh my gosh. Terrifying. Okay, so let's see. That's dried. Let's add... What do I do to that? Let me just leave these for now. I feel like they need a bit more shadow. I mean, in comparison to this one, maybe we should just do a little bit more Payne's Gray. Dumb. Oh my gosh. The Baby Mine song when he goes to visit her in the circus jail box, and she scoops him up with a little elephant nose. Baby mine, don't you cry. It's like, I'm crying. I'm not your baby, but I'm crying. I used to sing that to the kids, but now that I think about it, it's so sad. It's like that book, I'll Love You Forever. Like, do you want me to just completely break apart? Oh my gosh. And part of it is because I look at the kids now and I'm just like, oh, they're growing up. I try to be present and appreciate their littleness. Tend to love the music, but dislike the movies themselves. Yes. Right, Tina? It's so good. You know, Bird Lady, I would say really, but like, I get that. That's not surprising. Like, there's a lot of it that's just, and because like the nothing is just this big unseen nightmare, you know? Yeah, they got the witch in the oven, but like I wasn't sure if that was like the more modern day version of it, or if they actually didn't escape. Yeah, they pushed her. Okay, let's do a little bit of this blue that's out here. Thought I had... Yeah, let me see. I thought I had another like in-between paintbrush, but no, I guess not. Let's use this one a little bit. This is the number 8 round. Let's see, thinking back, the books I read or was forced to read in grade school, not really good children's book. See, I read, where'd that light blue go? There it is. Charlotte's Web is great. And I can't remember if little Emily read it all the way through. She had to read it for school. Charlotte's Web is one of the ones that just really gets you. I mean, hello, Charlotte, and then all her little spider children. I've never cried over the death of a spider before. Like, it's just sad. Oh, yeah, there you go. So, yeah, exactly. I said Charlotte's Web. Oh, Aesop's Fables, yeah. Homeward Bound. Oh my gosh, yes. Speaking of obscure movies, did you guys ever hear of or watch? It was a very late 80s, early 90s movie that I do remember significantly. It's called On Our Own, and it follows the story of these siblings whose parents die and they have to go into the foster care system, but they don't want to get split up. So they have an uncle who lives in Texas, and the story is about like they steal a car and them just trying to get to their uncle and getting to them so that they can stay together. But it had, I was thinking about theme songs, and it had this song that would always play when the kids were traveling on the road. And it's like, hold on, we're on our own, we can make it together. Like very, very early 90s, late 80s song. What? I had to read Where the Red Fern Grows, but that one is rough. Like Old Yeller, yes, but it's almost, I'm using Night Blue. It's almost like the Where the Red Fern Grows is even worse because the other dog is just dies of a broken heart. Like it's just, yeah, the Three Little Pigs. The kids have the book that's the Three Little Pigs from the wolf's view of the story. Benji! Durbin, I forgot Benji. Oh my gosh. But Benji doesn't have a sad ending, right? I seem to remember that Benji ends up okay. I didn't see anything. Did anybody else ever hear of the On Our Own movie? Like I said, very, very, I think, obscure. I don't even know if it was just like a straight to home video movie or what. See, Snow White lived with 7 men, Rapunzel was held hostage, Cinderella was held to slavery and then stayed out past midnight, Red Riding Hood was allowed to walk alone in the woods and talk to strangers. Yeah, there were definitely some parenting choices that could have maybe saved them from said issues. Oh, weird, Kenny. Now I want to see it. It's very, I'm trying to think of who's in it. The uncle is played by a guy who did a lot of 80s movies. But yeah, it's just called On Our Own. I don't even know where it's watching now. But it has a happy ending. It does. Right, Durbin? Yes. But I like wolves, ravens, and owl. They're vilified in so many movies and stories, and yet they're amazing creatures. Right? Yeah, ravens are so smart. Right, Ev? That's not surprising. It's really not. I had to get a sip of water. All right, let's use a little bit of dark sap green here to do this lily pad. The thing of it is, though, is it was just normal. Like these are just the books that we read, and we didn't really even think about it. Now, as parents, we analyze things like so much more. Not that our parents didn't analyze things; it was just the norm. Like every kid was reading it. They assigned the book in class, and you read it. That's what everybody was doing, and it wasn't a big deal. Sounds good, Natalie. Have fun. Oh, the Child Snatcher was so terrifying, but the music and Dick Van Dyke, like I love it. Chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Oh, you pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you. Like I can keep going. Oh, we never did the middle. I need to do that. Now it's stuck in my head. Oh, you pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we depend. High chitty, low chitty, everywhere you go, and chitty chitty we depend. I think I said depend. Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, my fine four fender friend. I may or may not have watched that a lot as a kid. Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, my fine four fender friend. That is true. That is true. Life is not always rainbows again. And we've definitely had to have a lot more of those conversations as the kids have gotten older and they've had like friends tell them stories about how their life is like and all that. Thanks, Angela. Oh, the Flying Monkeys. Yes. Oh, there we go. On Our Own, written by Alan Osmond, performed by the Osmond Boys, arranged by Sam Carter and Osmond Lane Music Dishes. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's like you just hear these like really obscure movies. We had to watch Salem's Lot, read the book, Report on the Difference. I still couldn't get through the movie. Oh my gosh. That is true. Yes. And I think the kids have slowly started to realize that, because of course when you have tunnel vision of sense and your life is safe and secure, it's easy for you to focus on like, oh, well, I didn't get a popsicle after dinner. My life is terrible, you know? But then they hear, you know, from their friends where like, they basically are taking care of themselves, or, you know, they've got siblings that aren't that nice to them or whatever else. And they're starting to realize like, okay, and even just like standard conversations. Like I think I mentioned this on stream before, but spring break, all the kids got sent home with boxes of cereal. And the kids just thought it was, you know, great fun. Like, oh, hey, we got to pick Lucky Charms or whatever else. But we sat down and we had a discussion like, do you know why the school sent home this, you know? And it's because a lot of these kids, you know, the school is helping to feed the kids over spring break, because a lot of kids, you know, maybe don't have access to the food that they need to or whatever else. And so it gave us an opportunity to discuss, you know, well, this is why it happens, and this is, you know, what's going on in the world. Like little Emily, she has a phone, but it doesn't have a SIM card. It only has internet. She only uses it to FaceTime a few select number of friends. But because her phone is hooked up to the Wi-Fi, she gets a notice anytime an Amber Alert goes off. And the interesting thing is when we lived in Oregon, I don't know if Oregon just didn't utilize the Amber Alert as much, but Texas definitely utilizes it. So whenever it goes off, she gets a notification on her phone. And the first time it happened, she came running into the office because I was working that day. And she's like, Mommy, 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 what is this? Like, she read it and she's like, what is going on? And I was just like, oh, okay, well, now it's time to have a talk. But I explained to her what an Amber Alert is and what it's used for. But whenever it goes off now, she knows what it is. And she looks at me and she gets kind of sad. I was just like, well, honey, an Amber Alert is a good thing because it helps bring the public together to try and find, you know, whoever is missing or whatever else. But, you know, the world is a very crappy place sometimes. And, you know, so don't be, you know, yes, be concerned if you want to when it goes off, but also think of it as a good thing because, you know, lives have been saved because of this. Let's see. Yeah, the middle part movie that was terrible. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Lord of the Flies. I've never actually read Lord of the Flies, but I've heard of it and like references to it. And I think that's gonna be one that I can have a hard pass on. They use it way more in Texas than they do in Oregon. I noticed when I first moved up here. Yes, we were so surprised because they started going off and I'm just like, I don't remember it going off this much in Oregon. Like if it did, a lot of times if it went off, it was more for like, you know, wildfire warnings or weather warnings, or because we don't even really have like thunderstorms or anything. Flash floods are not as common as they are down here. Right? I know it, Angela. So, and like I said, I can't stop those from coming to her phone. And it's, like I said, it's a very limited phone, but it's hooked up enough to the world that she will get those notices. And it's just like, well, time to have these conversations, I suppose. But it's made them appreciate the home they have so much better because they know they are loved. They know they are safe. They know they have food to eat, clothes to wear, and probably more toys than they could probably ever use. Wait. They have to read The Handmaid's Tale in school? I mean, it makes a lot of good points, but I would not want my kid to read that until they're a little bit older and can process that a little bit better. Yeah, exactly, Allison. Doesn't have tornadoes would be lovely. Yeah, that was, yes, exactly. It's a good thing in a way because it makes them aware of the dangers. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, tornadoes here. Oh, I missed a little bit of blue. It's definitely different down here. We had never really dealt with them before. We've had a few close-ish calls, but thankfully, no, we haven't been directly affected by the tornadoes. I didn't know you could turn them off. No, because she's aware of them, but it stresses her out every time she hears about them. And it's not like she's out driving around. There's nothing she could do about it. Leslie, will you message me that later? Or at least let me know when you need to look for? I would love to be able to turn them off on her phone. You know, we get them, of course, but she's very tenderhearted and very sensitive. And it just makes her so sad every time one comes through. And it makes me feel so bad. In 5th grade. Like I said, they're a good thing to be sure, and they've saved lives and everything, but it's she can't do anything about the situation, and it just makes her sad every time. Yeah, that would be great. I'd love to turn them off on her phone. Like I said, it's definitely opened up some conversations, but yeah, just send it to me. Send it to me in a message, because if you post it here, I won't be able to find it after stream. So send it to me in a message so I can go back and look at it. Okay, let's see. That was Beryl Green. Yeah, Connie, that's a bit much. Like, I remember in 8th grade, I think I either had to read or watch. I can't remember, but it was Schindler's List. And so we would have been, what, 8th grade? That was, what, 12? 13? No, 13? I think that would have been 13. And thankfully, my mom had the foresight to make it to where I didn't see that. And instead, I was able to read The Diary of Anne Frank, which was so much nicer. But even to this day, as an adult, that is not something I can bring myself to watch. Like, I feel like it would just make me so sad and like stressed out. So I was like, yeah, if I can not. Sounds good, Tina. Thank you so much for being here. You saw that in theater? Oh. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Shannon. "1984. Hi, Annette. I'm not familiar with 1984. I've heard of Fahrenheit 451. I don't know. As an adult now, you know, I've obviously learned enough in school. Like, I'm aware of the history and what happened. But more than anything else, just with the way everything is in the world, I'm not like, you know, ostrich sticking my head in the sand. But I find that what's the word I can use? You know, when you're looking on your phone, basically what you put into your thought process can affect you quite a bit. And so I try to keep most of what, you know, like media wise I ingest. I'm very particular, like thought processy wise. Like, I was just like, okay, am I going to truly enjoy this, or is this going to make me feel terrible and stress me out? Like, that's why I can't do horror movies or anything. I was like, if it's gonna give me nightmares, I'm a grown-up. I don't want to do that to myself. Sounds good, Ev. We've got, right, Bird Lady? That's exactly what it is. Like, I watched the movie The Day After Tomorrow with Jake Gyllenhaal and Dennis Quaid. Gave me a friggin' panic attack. Like, I just can't. The amount of apocalyptic nightmares I've had, I was just like, I can't do this. I can't do it anymore. Yeah, we've had, when I lived up north, we had a number of like small earthquakes just because of where we were. But I haven't really experienced any earthquakes down here. However, we have experienced the tornadoes. We had one that was so close to us when it passed overhead that I could feel the actual pressure change like within my ears. And I was like, yep, that's a little bit too close for comfort. Frozen, Olaf is my favorite. No, hi, Liz. Olaf's a favorite one, for sure. For Oregon? Or are we talking, hang on, just talking Birdly. Oh, California, yeah. California doesn't appeal to me in any way. Like, it's kind of hot and cost of living is so much higher. But I mean, even in Oregon by itself, the cost of living is pretty high. Like, Steve is finishing up his schooling stuff here, but I don't have a super strong desire to immediately move from where we're at. We've got a support system out here. We've got you know, we're living in a nice house now versus the apartment. Like, it's just, yeah, I'm not in any hurry to leave. Let's see. Speaking of movies, though, I probably gave myself anxiety over tornadoes by watching too many storm chaser type movies. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, there's something absolutely beautiful about nature. And I love myself a good thunderstorm. I love, you know, storms in general, up until it's no longer safe. You get earthquakes here. Oh, no, wait, what did it say? Would it be wrong for Cruella de Vil to be my favorite sporting character? Obviously, Dalmatians are the main characters, right? No, absolutely not. We get earthquakes here. I was holding the microwave handle and thought it was shaking instead of the whole house. Night of the Twisters. Oh, my gosh. The name of the movie or the chickie's name? Is it like, Chicken Little? Good. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, earthquakes. So one I remember is I was in school and we were in health class and we were watching something, and I remember looking at now this is back when they had the big tube TVs that they would bring in on like a, not a tray, but you know, like the little rolling shelves that they would bring into the classrooms and everything. And the TVs were always strapped down with like a, oh, I don't remember the name of it, but you know the strap where you like lift the handle and you have to lift it up and down to tighten it. But I remember we were watching the movie and all of a sudden the strap started to move. And it was just like wiggling back and forth. And then, of course, then the alarm went off and it was just like, oh, it's an earthquake. And I'm like, oh, that's what that moving was. Hi, Julie. Hey, hey. Oh, from Moana. I love Hey, hey. Moana. I wish I could remember the bird's name from Finding Dory. Who is the derpy bird from Finding Dory? I don't remember. Oh yeah, Hey, 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 hey is hilarious. I also like, and it's only because we just watched these yesterday, I also like the derpy seal from Finding Dory, who likes to sit on the rock with the other seals. The seagull, mine. And there's the pelican. There's so many good, like, underrated side characters. I'm realizing I'm using a different blue here, but we may just, and it's always gonna look darker until it dries. In fact, let's go ahead and dry that. How are we doing on time anyway? Wow, today just flew, didn't it? It's already 11:43. My goodness. Okay, I want to add a little bit more shadow to these now that it's completely dry. And let's do, I want to do the dark ultramarine. No, we'll skip that. Let's do the night blue again. Blue, there you go. See, we actually discussed whether or not Blue was a supporting character. And I know he's on like the front of the box, but I do definitely think that he's a supporting character just because the movie itself is all about Mowgli, right? Sharpest tack in the box, there you go. Something about the derpy bird characters, we love them. Okay. Add an extra bit of shadow. Hey, do you remember the name of the derpy bird from Finding Dory?
Yes, I do. That's why I came in here.
Oh, what is it?
Becky.
Becky. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna put Becky as one of my favorites. Goodbye. Lucifer and Cinderella. That cat. If we were to choose a favorite side character just from Cinderella, I would choose Gus Gus. Happy birthday. I love Gus Gus. Bird stole all the corn. Okay, this one. I need to do the middle of this little guy here. Let's go ahead and fill it in with the yellow. Cinderella. Cinderella. I don't remember all the words, Cinderella. Let's see. Let's let's use a little bit of the brown. This is the Cheshire Cat. There you go. One of my parents, Jack Russell's Gus Gus after the Cinderella movie. Oh, I love that. I feel like if we ever get another rodent type pet, we could name it Gus Gus. Okay, a little bit of the brown. There's already some on here. I feel like we need to get some red also, right? Oh, really? Oh my gosh, we were was in a live chat with Minecraft friends, and somebody had come in and they said, don't say what was it, cookie or treat or something, because the puppy was asleep on their lap. And then me and another person in chat, we typed cookie, treat, and the streamer, she read it. She read it before she realized what was happening, and yeah, apparently it alerted the dogs. Bye, Connie. Thank you for being here. Buzzy, Flap, Ziggy, Dizzy, and the Jundle. What you want to do? I don't know. What you want to do, right? Don't start that again. If you didn't know, you probably did, because I think it's pretty common knowledge. The birds were actually fashioned after the beetles. That ended up a little bit dark, but that's okay. I think we could add a little bit more darkness to the flower to balance it out. Took me to see Ed. Oh, Julie, that's amazing. How did that go? That sounds so fun. Part of me like wants to go to a concert again, but then also doesn't, because, you know, people. I try not to people more than I have to. So what I'm doing is I'm dabbing this on the towel if there's too much paint, and I'm just using the clean paintbrush to pull that pigment out. You really don't need that much water on these. I'm amazed though at how well this page holds up with the water. I think we need to add a little bit. Well, no, I guess it's just as yellow as the other one. I'm also just trying to kind of go back and forth and keep an eye on the flowers to make sure everything is balanced. Oh, we got a little bit of schmutz there. Oh, too much. He looked like an ant. Well, that was a full scenario. What happened in that exchange? I was half paying attention to it and only caught the second half. Wasn't sure how it came out fully. So it was Ozzy that came in. He had the puppies, and all he said was something along the lines of, don't say treat or cookie because it'll wake the puppies up. And I think it was Lynn and I, we just said, you know, in chat, because we weren't saying it out loud. We weren't really thinking. We went treat, cookie. And then because she was playing, and because I tend to read bottom to top because I see what's on the bottom before it, she read the treat and cookie out loud before she saw the thing from Ozzy saying, don't say it. And she was just like, treat, cookie, what? And then she read Ozzy's and she's like, oh no. Because she realized she did exactly what he asked not to do. All of a sudden, he just, cookie and treat wasn't something that would naturally come up and probably would have been fine. But, you know, we're ornery like that. Did I? I don't see anything yet. I think we've had conversations before, but if I didn't, then it's probably just in my message request. A fire ant? Oh my gosh, fire ants. No, thank you. No, thank you. They are a menace down here. All right, so we're using the chromium oxide green. I want to get a little bit more green on these petals. Those, and actually, yes, fire ants like can even survive flooding because they like bridge themselves together to make like a little raft ant, a raft of doom. Them and the bugs that shall not be named because I did not realize I had a phobia of them until I met one. But they could probably survive a nuclear apocalypse. Anyone who's been around know which bugs I'm talking about. I cannot abide them. Oh, Shannon, you didn't. What ended up happening? Like, did you just get bit up a ton? Did you have your shirt tucked in? What happened? Oh, on Facebook Messenger. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Thank you. What happened? Like how bad were you bitten up? Or are you like one of those beekeepers that like somehow miraculously never gets stung by a bee? There's a lady who does bees in Texas. I don't remember exactly where or what it is, what her Instagram name is, but she gets like bee populations and she just handles the bee scoops. Oh my gosh, no. One of my monsters is called something like The Jungle. It was all about army ants just marching through. Oh my gosh, that's like, was it a cartoon? Or were there like people in ant costumes? I feel like it'd have to be a cartoon. Terry's currently giving me the stink eye because someone, not saying us, said treating Cookie like that. Oh, sorry. I mean, we'll call them neither of those things, and it's potatoes and cucumbers. Right, bird lady? The potatoes and cucumbers were very triggering for the four-legged friends. Okay, here's my question though. Those words for the dogs, is it better or worse than me setting off your Alexa? You know, like, Alexa, play Baby Shark. You're welcome. Oh no, Riggsy. Universal activation. Great power comes great responsibility. Everyone should know I is not a responsible adult. You had to choose one. I sat down on a ground bee's nest the other day. Got up and walked. Oh my gosh. Oh, Tony, but I personally prefer neither. Okay, what if it was like good music? Like Lindsay Sterling. She didn't respond this time. Oh, maybe I need to speak more clearly. It's a superpower, I tell ya. What's hilarious is when someone watches it back unsuspectingly and then, you know. Oh, chiggers. Yes, thank God. Like, I've avoided that. You move your Alexa. I'm not reading that one. Oh my gosh, anybody with a dog in the room will hate me. That's dangerous, man. Okay, let's see. How are we doing on time? It's 11:53. Do we want to move to doing, now that we've got caught up on that flower, let's zoom out. Oh, that's gonna be so pretty. We still need to add, here, let's do a little bit of shading under here and then we'll do some words on stream. So let's see, night blue? No, that's permanent. We want night blue. Yes, night blue, that's it. A chigger. They're tiny little red bugs. I don't know if it's just the South. I don't know if they're up more north too. But they're tiny little red biting bugs and they are not pleasant. And they're even tinier than ants. Can't really see them, but they're monstrous. I don't even know what that means. Oh, right? Oh, thanks, Julie. Walking through a cobweb, it's the worst because whoever's walking behind you thinks that you're just an absolute nutcase because you're jumping around, smacking yourself in the face. Not that I've done that. Okay, I'm looking at this now. I want to do one more thing before we move on to words. Where? Pain's great. Where did I? Oh, there it is. Yeah, they're awful. I didn't think so, Renee. I was just like, I'm pretty sure we didn't have those up there. There's definitely some bugs that live, you know, only north or only south. If I had to choose the place that had the least friendly bugs, I would go with the south. I am not a fan of the bugs here. I mean, up in Oregon, probably the most pesky things for like in-home pests. Spiders, I suppose. There's definitely more spiders up there. Ants are pretty much the same everywhere. But there is one nice thing about living down here versus up there, is I don't have to worry about mildew as much down here. I mean, yeah, we have some humidity, but it doesn't rain nearly as much. And so I have had issues with mildew since we moved down here. Okay, I think I'm okay with that shading. Let's see, we have Google, and while I can watch videos without it triggering because of headphones, when my kids are watching YouTube on our console sometimes. Yeah, there you go. Yes, Bird Lady, absolutely. I would avoid here too. Also because it's so ridiculously hot. Okay, this is gonna look really cool when it's done. I know I did the fish off stream, which are kind of the focal point, but you know, it works. So we'll keep, maybe if I have some time before Friday, I know we have less time, you know, than between a Friday and a Wednesday. But if I have some more time, I'll work on this. Otherwise, we'll just work on this again on Friday and see how far we get. All right, who would like to play some words? Words on stream. Here we go. Right, Kenny? It really did today. I'm honestly surprised. Thanks, Kenny. The words emote, love it. Okay. Oh, clear nail polish on Sugar Bites. How did that work out? Like, were they just not itchy anymore? Pause the music. Here we go. Okay, grab our link. Hopefully, Words is going to work today. Let's see. Okay. There we go. There we go. We can get that back up there. Okay. I think we're good to go. Let's turn the sound. Yeah, sound is on. Oh, I didn't even think about it. Tanya, I didn't realize that. We had a lot of conversation. It was kind of all over the place today. Okay. Fingers crossed. All right, let's see. It's a gaggle. A gaggle of geese. Gauge. Gaggle. What? What would be one that would... Let's see. Glue. Oh, what about luge? L-U-G-E. Glug, yeah. Luggage! Ah, there you go. Let's see. Could be another gale. Gotcha. I feel like there could be an A one. Gulag. All right. If you are new here and haven't played this before, it scores like Scrabble, and all you have to do is put your word guesses into the live chat, and yeah, you can play along. A-U-G-E maybe? A-U-L-E? A-L-U-E, A-G-U-E. Oh, A-G-U-E. I don't even know what that means. Should we pull up dictionary.com? Look up the words we don't know? Unless somebody does know it, because I certainly don't. Dictionary.com. All right, let's continue. A-G-U-E. What does that mean? Pathology. A malarial fever characterized by regularly returning paroxysms marked by successive... It's a doctor term, apparently. Oh. Wedding. Woohoo. Let's see. Oh, wing, W-I-N-G. W-I-N-G, wing. Yep, all right, Shannon got wing. Ding, dine. Died. Let's see, winded. We have 2 more 6-letter words and 4 4-letter words. Let's see. Binged. Wined. Dined. Wined and dined. What about like WIDG? Is that a word? Paul, must you eat that? I know you want to go in the room, but she's having her lunch. Let's see. DEIGN. Oh no, we already have Dane. Okay. D-Wing, there you go. Widen. Very nice. Look at that. We cleared the board. Skip 3 levels. Bird Lady, #1 on both. Very nice. Well, there's a fake letter. Mercury. Okay, the I is the fake letter. I was not even anywhere close to that. Nice, Susan. Or Sue. Don't call you Susan or Sue. I think you used to go by Sue. Let's see. Curry. Oh, what about Mary? Merry. Oh, Annette. You got it. Nice. Meyer? No, the I was fake. Cure. Got Crue. C-R-U-E. What's that one? C-Y-M-E. Short for Simric? What does that mean? It's a Welsh word, apparently. No idea. Let's see. It's another 5-letter word. What? C-E-R-R-Y? Cure. Okay. Oh, we have one more 5-letter word. M-E-R-I-C. M-E-R-R-U? Y-U-M-E-R. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I was thinking crime, but the I is fake. Huh. Interesting. Ba-da-ba-dum. Okie dokie. Skip 3 levels. Very nice. Continue. Let's see. There's a fake letter. Over. Oh! Volume. Yep, I just saw it. Okay, so the R is fake. The R is fake. Let's see. M-O-L-E. Mole. No R. Mule. Ovum. Hey, Paul. I know you want her food. There's gonna be another M-O. M-O-L-U? Hang on, while you guys finish that, I'm gonna go let him back in the room. Paul's got a little bit of FOMO. He's got a fear of missing out. All right, so we got 2 5-letter words and 1 4-letter word. Oh yeah, the R is fake. Let's see. Vellum. Oh, see, I thought vellum was spelled with like 2 L's. Volume. What? What is that word? M-O-U-E. M-O-U-E is a pouting grimace. It's pronounced moo. That's hilarious. I'm gonna use that from now on. Tell my kids, stop looking so moo-like. A pouting grimace. I feel like I'm it fits me. I feel like I'm expanding my vocabulary a little bit. S-W-E-A-T. See if it's T. F-E-A-S-T. I really want that to be a T, don't I? Okay, well, let's just try safe. Those are all letters we know are on the board. What about W-E-A-S-E-L? Weasel? No. Oh, seesaw. Okay, the F is fake and it's an additional S. So S-E-E-S. We could do S-E-A-S. So no F. No F. Oz, A-W-E-S. Yeah, reach the goal. So let's see, E's, saws, could be another S-A, S-A, use, there you go. Okay, so now there's a 5-letter word. What about W-E-A-S-E? Oh, eases, yep. I got it 10 seconds too late. But skip 3 levels, level 13. Bird Lady, #1 spot on both. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Loves is an obvious one. Nothing smaller than 5 letters. Oh, lesson. Maybe it's lessons? There it is. Yep, Shanna got lesson right away. Okay, so the V is fake. So what would, using those same letters, gosh, what would that, let's see, we got noses, loses, sunless, huh, I never would put that one together. Okay, so no V. Sold. What about loans? L-O-N-E-S. I know loans is L-O-A-N-S, but maybe there's a different variation. What about S-O-N-E-S? Noels. There it is. Let's see. What about, we have 1 5-letter word and 1 6-letter word. Interesting. We did loses already. Souls. Not 2 O's. S-O... Slows. Okay. Losses. Okay. Nope. I was thinking like maybe it started with an N or something. All right, on to level 19. Shannon and Bird Lady, #1 spots. Oh gosh, that's a lot. Could be an ing. Oh, Aaron, what did Aaron put in? Oh no, we can't see it. Aaron, what was the word? Glitchy, Megan. Okay, night. There it is. Oh, I didn't miss. Let's see. What did Megan and Sue put in? Ticking. Megan did think. Ev did thing. Gosh, what was Aaron's big word? Do we know what the... Do we know what the hidden letter and the fake letter are? I'm sure we do. Okay, so... Thinking. Okay, so the C is the fake letter, the N is the hidden letter. So what about... Hinting. Good night. Night. Hiking.
Oh no, we did kiting already. I'll try N-I-T-I-N-G. Pretty sure that won't work because knitting is spelled with 2 T's. But T-I-N-I-G, tinning. Think, thing. Yeah, I don't know. You guys blew that out of the water. Nice. Oh, inking. Nice, Ev. Skip 3 levels. Look at us. Ooh, what's that going to put us at? That's going to put us at level 22. I think the highest we've gotten was level 27. Very nice. You guys are on point today. Okay, so nothing smaller than 5 letters. They're hidden. Let's do hiker or hikes. It's going to be one of the 2. Well, no, it doesn't have to be one of the 2. Could be that the other ones. Okay, so what about shine? Shiner. It's an N. Okay, what about shrine? S-H-R-I-N-E. Okay, what about risky? Maybe it's a Y. Yeah, sires. What about sired? Risen. Oh, Annette did shark. It's an A. It's an A. The hidden letter is an A, and the fake letter is either the A. Okay, what about shirk? Oh. Okay, okay, so it's not shirk. She did shark. Then the I. The I is the fake letter. Okay, so Durbin got share. Okay, so let's see. Share. I'm counting on you guys, man. My brain is not braining. Here it is. Okay. Shaker. There we go. Sheer. Okay. Rakes. Did we get rakes? Yeah, we got rakes. Asher. Hakes. Oh, here's. Oh no. So close. My brain was not braining. Oh my goodness. We're 1 point. 1 point. It gets so hard at that point. All right, we'll do one more. We'll do one more. RN got #1 spots on both of those. Right, Bird Lady? That was so close. So close. Let's see. ING? No. M-A-R-I-N-G? That's not a word. Arming. Arming. There we go. Mary? No, I tried marrying already. Rain. Let's see. Farming. Did we do grain? Oh, yeah, we did grain. Main. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. Margin. There you go. Do 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 do. Rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. Gran? As in grandma. Oh, Connie got Gran. Nice. Let's see. It's gonna be another R-A. Rang. R-A-I-M. R-A-M-I. R-A-G-I. Rammy. What is Rammy? R-A-M-I. The plural of ramus, which is a branch as of a plant, vein, bone, etc. Interesting. Magi? Maggie? Gammon, very nice. Skip 3 levels. All right, continue.
Let's see. Oh. Here we go. Lands, Lands. Oh yeah, we got that. Land. Nail. Nail and nails. Wait, why didn't it take? Oh, I was still locked out. Nail and nails. Here we go. Did we do? Nope, not sales. Let's see. Oh, said. S-A-I-D. There we go. Oh, Shannon got said. Nice. Let's see. Land, lane, laid, dials. Oh, dial. There we go. 3 more 4-letter words. 2 more 4-letter words. Dins. Let's see. Lads. There we go. Could be a D-I. Could be an A. Wait, anise? Star anise? Isn't that a thing? Oh, I forgot. I'm still locked out. No. Okay. Ales. AIDS. Dial. Dias. Oh, Dane? D-A-I. Oh yeah, Ev got Dane at the same time. I would have thought for sure Dane was a word. Like, deigns to speak with you? Oops, sorry, I shouldn't be popping my knuckles on screen. I know better. All right, skip 3 levels. Megan, #1 for total ranking. All right, there's a fake letter in this one. Lupus is spelled with an I, if I remember correctly. Why am I not seeing it? Maps. Oh, Annette did maps already. Slum. Could be the A or the P. Oh, asylum. Yep, the P is the fake letter. So, slam, slum. Oh, lays. L-A-Y-S. Yeah. Let's see. Slay, yeah. What M-A-L-S? Is that one? Mouse? I feel like it could be yams! I love yams! Okay, yeah, it's not gonna be M because all the M spots are taken. Okay, so 2 4-letter words and 1 5-letter word. Let's see, mall and malls. Alum, I was just thinking that. Alums, plural. There we go. Let's see. 1 more 4-letter word. A-L-Y-S? A-L-U-S? Oh, we got all but one though. That's not too bad. Get to skip 3 levels. I'm down with that. All right, continue. Man, today's stream just flew by, didn't it? Let's see. I'm gonna go with during. D-U-R-I-N-G. There we go. The L is the fake letter. So, oh, rind, R-I-N-D. There it is. Aaron's got that. Yep, grid. Got Lund, L-U-N-D. Ruin, drug. Let's see. Rung. There you go. Ding. Rid. Dung and gird. One more 5-letter word. What about grund? Got Durin without the G. Nurid. Just this one, I'm just trying random letters together. Dring, D-R-I-N-G. You ring. I ring. We all ring for ice cream. It's the random thoughts. Ruin. Oh, okay. As in you are ruining the day. Level 13. Ev, number 1 on that one. Nice. Followed closely by D. Okay, hidden letter and fake letter. Let's just try play. We know that's a word. No play. All right. Many. Nail. Okay, the P is the fake letter. Let's try mylar. Mainly. Oh, manly. Yeah. Okay, so the P is definitely the fake letter. The hidden letter is an I. So, pain. P-A-I-N. Inlay. Very nice. Pain. There you go. Oh, aptly. Oh, it's because the P. I was gonna say. Oh, well, isn't aptly? Doesn't that have a T too? Oh wait, I put pain, but it's not even the T. I don't know what I'm thinking. Did inlay. A limb, Mila, or that's Mila, Mila would be with Y. Huh. Ainley, Nally, Neely. Oh no. This isn't good, chat. I don't know. Neela. Lena. Lima? Lima. Lima bean. Ooh. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Well, we did pretty good. We got pretty far on that other one, didn't we? All right, let's close that. Turn that back down. Turn that back on. Ooh, turn that down. That's loud in my ears. Okay, there we go. We're gonna put this over here. Well, perfect. Well, thanks everyone. Right, it totally should have been a word.